Listen anyway. I don't know, I thought football watching. That's not Liverpool in this clip, is it? What, boy? Jamaica up 1-0. I see a man bet $1,000 on Jamaica, eh? Akima, good night. Them and money, them and money. Yeah, it depends on how much thousand you have in it. If you have real thousand, it is all depend on how much thousand you have. Correct. What flag is that? You ask me nothing until all they do what they're supposed to do. What flag is that? Russia? That Russia? Don't ask me nothing till all they do what they're supposed to do. They let it ask Google it. Well, Peter, they pay for Paul Aliyah. That all. December the 6th. December the 6th. December the 6th. DAPPA Talks live show. Early bird tickets are sold out, guys. One thing I love is people who don't stick. I love the people who don't stick. Early bird tickets are sold out, guys. General out right now. 140 females, 160 males. Real simple. Space nightclub, doors open 7 p.m. Come now, Lyman. Right, so that mix was Selecta Kai, Just Team. This was the 26th. So Serena. Huh? I don't know what I mean. Don't study how much it will be by the door. When you reach by the door, you'll just pay by the door. Right now, it have physicals on the outside. Done start to sell that already. So it have 140 females, 160 for males. We in Space nightclub outside. Right? Nice, man. Ole. I don't have much to say these days. I don't have much to say these days. Right now, I prop up on a little kind of small thing here. So I ain't gonna be doing too much of wildness now, boy. I ain't doing too much of wildness now, boy. Be lying, but not too much of wildness now, boy. You understand? We go enjoy ourselves, yeah, same way. Good vibes, good energy every single time. More life, more love, more everything. This is real. This is raw. Right? Let me get into it. Caller number one. What's the most you've done for a good for nothing man / woman? Good night, Dapper and viewers. I just want to preference this by saying that both of us are good for. Yeah. I like your honesty. I like your honesty. Both of us are good for nothings in this story. So this fella and I grew up together from small. So our family knows each other real good, right? When we were still in school, he confessed that he liked me, but to be very honest, I wasn't on that at the time. Years passed, now both of us started working. And he asked me to come online and smoke some weed with him in work because he worked in night shift as a security at that time. So one night now, things got a little drastic and one thing led to the other and I was sat on top of him with my breast in his mouth. On work, in the little security booth, in the little security booth, flick curtain. We listen and we don't judge, right? So, too bad it could not go further because I was on my period. The period. Anyways, 2 months after, one of his aunt was talking to me and he came up in the topic. Tappa, you know this woman go look to tell me that this boy ducking his woman. He telling her that he busy right now. Whole time he laying down in his bed. When I hear that now, I boiling mad. You know, in that same breath, this woman will watch me and tell me that she doesn't know what we does talk and say, but she hope that we get married in the future. Matter of fact, what I got to find out is that multiple family members want us together. So now every time he calling and asking me if he could pick me up before he goes to work to Lime. All of a sudden, I get to be the most busiest person ever. I can't lie, I have a little soft spot for that man because any little thing, I can usually count on him and he does make me feel good. He's carrying me anywhere, anytime. So, I just answer the call. He asked me what I doing and I told him. This man wanted to tell me, send my location, he coming for me. That's why you know my ass easy. When he picked me up, we went on a nice long drive, talking the whole time. He parked up by the beach now, and you know it's about to go down. Best dick in my life. Love that cocky When them fellas carrying you on the beach, night beach, they're trying to crash inside you. I don't be lying about these things. Night beach is for bullying. Night beach is not to see no water and feel no cold breeze. A man carrying you on the beach in the night, penis in vagina. It have no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes, boy. I know why this be saying, boy. We went on for about 2 hours before. Ooh. Nah. That had to be a kind of macrib sex. That is a macrib sex because you can't cut that full flick in Maracas 1. You can't cut that full flick Shagaramas. Probably Mayaro because that is a secluded beach too. Macrib 2 hours? A beach jam? Nah. We finished. He dropped me home and kissed me goodnight. I blocked him as soon as I... Wait, what? What? You grow a conscience after the sex? Woman has baffled me, no boy. You grow a conscience after the sex. I blocked him as soon as I reached in the house, but because I felt bad. But I saw him again and the same thing. Girl. I saw him again and the same thing happened. I know I ain't shit, but that's okay. But at least you know you ain't shit. At least you know you ain't shit. I like how you ain't come here and try to pretty talk with that. I just respect her honest. I'm gonna be disrespectful here and I don't know it from my place. But I just respect her honest whore. I just respect them. You understand what I'm showing you? You ain't gotta come and lie to me and tell me no thing and a thing and a thing. Hit me straight. Boy, I don't feel like I'll ever stop jamming now, man. I real easy for he thing. I don't realize that about myself. My new man go had a vex. I just respect them kind of girl. Because you're hitting me straight. Cool. You understand? Cool. Don't come and tell me, boy, I done with he and never me again. He this and he that. I like the ones who straight up with it. That Lily story? Tell a story, next caller, about a good for nothing man/woman. Good night, Dappa and viewers. I'm not coming with a story per se, but to make a statement about an individual. There's an army guy right here in Trinidad that I would have known through other individuals and we were cordial. We spoke on a number of occasions, never anything sexual or outrageous like that, but through us being in contact, another individual that we both know reached out to me. Now, Dappa, I never even knew that this man was even in a relationship. That's to tell you how little we spoke and how private he kept his life. Well, I mean, them army men is private men. An individual reached out to me and shared some very disturbing things about this army guy. He's been with his girlfriend, who is a known hairdresser for years now, and he's sleeping with both men. Are good. Hey. Hey! What are you doing, boy? Both men and women unprotected. He has been seen posted up in hotel rooms with different men that he sleeps with, and there are videos with him circulating. There's even been instances where his lovers have reached out to his girlfriend to let her know what's going on, and she's still with him. Because that is not your business. Obviously, as an outsider looking in, we don't know if they have some sort of agreement or understanding. But to any young ladies who might have an idea who I'm speaking about, please do not engage in any sexual activity with this guy. It's a known fact that he does not practice safe sex with any of his partners, and you could put yourself at risk for being with him. Now, I'm not saying this to bash anyone's sexuality or choices, but his girlfriend needs to think about her health and safety being with this man. Baby girl, don't ever come and tell no story here again. Because I'm not sure they are from, right? I will never be the one to say nobody name. I will never be the one to say nobody initials. This is not the platform for that. If you want to raise awareness, create a fake profile and cut flick. Don't come to Dappa Talks. Look at how MYOB and them kind of thing. Don't come to Dappa Talks with this level of bacchanal and feel you're going and bring awareness because you didn't. All you let we know is that one of the many bowler men in Trinidad, bowling men. That is all they do. That is all you do here, you know? All you do here is tell me that one of the many bowler men in Trinidad who are also army men still continue to bowl men. We know this. You understand what I'm showing you? You want to provide awareness. Somebody say, hey, don't type that name and don't bring that kind of dialogue on my let's call these things streams. You see that name and don't type there, she should really carry it there. But don't bring that here. Don't bring that energy here now, boy. I don't want to be associated. Right? Gosh, boy, I vex the name similar and all too. You see that kind of bacchanal? Let's stay over there. You could send them that story too. Them and all go publicize that story for you properly. Not me. Right, lover? Wrong talk. Next caller. Tell a story about your greatest first jam experience. Good night, DAPPA viewers. Let me get started one time, and we'll call this one a one-hit wonder. Starting off, me and this fella was good, and we will call him Marvin. Oh, Marvin. We started talking back in 2019, early COVID times. Not gonna lie, I grew up heavily sheltered, being an only child to my parents. So when we started talking, I was real into it, and he wasn't the first fella I talked to, but one of the first that I took seriously at the time. Keep in mind, I was in Okay, all right. It was in Form 5 at the time. All right, now let's start talking. I just want to make sure now, boy. All right. I'll get the blind. I'll get the blind. Because I see our age kind of seen here. So I wanted to clear up that you're of age to be in big people conversation. I just wanted to ensure that you was of age to be in big people conversations. That's all right. So at the point in time when all they started talking, you was in Form 5. And he was about in Form 4. And you find out that he was younger than you. And you was like, nah. You can't be with nobody younger than you. So you keep the conversations casual. Let me continue from there. Every now and again, we go end up in a little big people talk, sending flicks back and forth, you know. Young and we fast. We ended up losing contact and was on and off and talking every now and then. Fast forward to 2024. We was on one of them we own moments. Right? Talking and thing, you know, we reminiscing about the conversations we used to have and thing, like why it didn't work out between us. Because, you know, besides little flicks, we used to talk wholesome conversations too. Fast forward now. I'm a girl who don't really jam around because of how I grew up and stuff, right? Okay. So, it had a day I coming home from work and It had a day I was coming home from work and hit up one of my birds at the time because I wanted a quick. 10 seconds ago, I am not one of the girls who does jam around because of how I grew up and stuff like that, right? 10 seconds ago, that's how you grew up. 10 seconds later, you was hitting up one of your birds. You feel I don't pay attention? You feel we not paying attention, yeah? I was coming home from work and I hit up one of my birds at the time because I wanted a quickie. Mind you, that was the worst jam ever, but I go hit a baby girl. We don't need that story. Going home now from wherever that was, I ended up with just now. Whoa. Whoa. You are about to tell us that from your little worst jam quickie, you message the next man to 30 seconds ago, lover. Lover, sister, you're speeding. Right? Right now, you're gone. You're good to hold two parent household. Parents know this is how you living. Catherine and Joseph know this is how the daughter functioning. They would be in disbelief. Going home now from whatever that was, I ended up hitting up Mr. One Hit Wonder and cut flick for him. It was good. Should have called him instead, because you know how long. On top of it, you can't type neither. You type in real mad, you need. In fact, let me read. I'm going to read one line. Exactly. Like, I cool it. I'm not going to finish the story. I tell you nothing from now. I'm not finishing the story. But I'm going to read one line for exactly how she type it. And all I would see, I read the entire story before. Literally, all the lines like this. And watch this, Going home now from whatever that was, I ended up hitting up Mr. One Hit Wonder and cut flick 4, and he was it good. I should have called him instead, cause you know how long we was to do it. So, cause a girl who wanna get satisfied, I tell him what you for, cause I just don't do me like that fella. He say come true now. That is the line right after. But all you want to come here in big people line and tell all your stories. All it doesn't know why this be going through it. All it doesn't know why this be going through it. It have I just want, let me tell you, if I'm being really tell you. Not most of the times, because we just actually get people typing proper stories and things. But it have rare instances where I just want the line to flow that I will on spot. Like, do you know my brain does work? I could read Kakahole. I could read Dunce. I could read, sometimes it doesn't be frying my chip, but I could make sense of madness. Right? It have a real time I reading stories here, and all I wouldn't even know what I going through, because I just fixing it on spot. Hey, we seen you in Chelsea, is seen? What on? I hope you don't have a ticket. That's what I hope. I hope you don't have a ticket. Only good night and the pretty thing and the nice thing. I hope you don't have a ticket. Anyways, Next caller. A relationship scenario you need advice on. Good night, Dappa. I'm in a situation here that I really need to know what to do. Hope you're on the live. I have been with Kern for 4 years and we... Dog, it's not like you call the dog right name day. Oh, Kern. If I call a real name, they had luck. Your gal put it here. I have been with Kern for about 4 years and we have our ups and downs. Now, I'm a mom of 2. 1 baby daddy. He always has 2 kids. Also, he has 2 kids and 2 child mothers. Now, Dappa, when we now meet, I was pregnant for my child father, but things was rough with me and my baby daddy, and I knew it wasn't going to last with my children father. Kern, as my friend at that time, seeing and knowing what was going on, take me in with open arms and love my son like if it was his. Gave me emotional support throughout my pregnancy and still stay up to this day. With your belly? Belly big. Kern come in the picture? That man is that Kern back strong. Kern back I would love to know what stage in the pregnancy I was at. Kern come on the scene, meet you with your belly big and love you? Girl, I know what you had to do. You had to propose to Kern. But we were... Alright, let me see where it's going. So, throughout the years of being together, we had disagreements and problems, but we never won each other. But things started to get hard financially. And I, as his girlfriend who's living with him for 1 year past, I said I'll help him out and did just that. I ended up getting pregnant. How, boy? I ended up getting pregnant, and as both parents are not stable financially, trying to build together, we said we're not ready for it. It was hard on both of us, and I did not want to be selfish to give him that responsibility when it is hard. On the 3rd year, I got pregnant. What really going on here? What really going on? What really going on here? What really going on here? What really going on here? On the 3rd year, I got pregnant again. Well, Dappa, I take the pill the morning, but like it didn't work because my hormones are very high, and we still was not ready because he was building his house and we were living by his mother. This last one had me emotionally all over the place, and it was not helping. He was not helping me emotionally, and I got in my feelings because nights will go. I will have nights that he would go outside and sleep on a chair because it was hard. I did not have... I don't understand what you're trying to tell me here. Me and my feelings got all over the place. Being aggressive, I told him that I was going with my aunt and spend some time. He begged me not to go, that he can't be alone, he will get wild. Kern, relax your pig, relax boy, Kern boy. I kept on saying, no, I can't stay because you're not talking to me and we're fighting a lot. Now, Dappa, 3 weeks passed and I still by my aunt, and he said he's starting to work shut down so he would not be around. If I want, I could stay by my aunt until work is done. I stayed in and out from by my aunt and by him 4 months. I was coming and spending nights, going back by auntie, and things started to feel different. The call shortened and it was like a different him. I came back after 6 months and he did not know how to talk to me. He ended up coming out and saying that he was seeing someone. He ended up coming out and saying that he was seeing someone and he's sorry. Dappa was so upset, but I blame myself because he told me not to go. Me coming back was the worst. He will go out, come back the next morning, and if I ask if he's still seeing the same person, he will come out and tell me, yeah, oh, cool. I have so much to say on. I can't wait to finish the story. If I ask if he's still seeing the person, he'll come back and tell me yes. But he's trying to get out of it because he's really sorry and loves me. Now, that I'm not a wild person. I keep waiting and asking, fighting and arguing why it's taking so long. You know me, this person, it shouldn't be that hard. He keeps saying that I don't understand and I should have never left. He started getting fed up of being to places at the same time because every time she'll call, he goes and I argue. I kept asking, what does this person have on you? That day, he came back and put me and my mother sit down to tell us that she's pregnant. This fella's sperms is the greatest. He could put his sperms in a lab. This fella could put his sperms in a lab. No way. No way. All how he told her he can't have our next kid and his problems, she's saying she wants to keep it. Now, this girl don't know about me and I know everything about her. He got the plan B for her and she never take it. She's 2 months pregnant now. I'm seeing the frustration on his face and he doesn't want me to leave. At this point, I'm feeling betrayed and I don't know what to do. His parents says I can't leave and he has to. His parents say what? His parents say, who's them? Boy, at this person just looking to take advantage of him for him to pay her bills. Dappa, at this point, I want to leave, but I'm in love with this man because of everything he did for me. At this point, I feel like I'm praying and it's not working. We have no kids to get. It's hard. Deep down, I want to stay and work it out, but I don't know how to deal with the back and forth. Baby girl. Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. Leave. Respectfully, leave. No, yeah, what? Dog, listen to me carefully. Sometimes in life, you have to learn from your mistakes. You have to accept you're wrong and move on. Killing yourself to try and fix and figure out what was and what could be makes no sense because you're going to be fighting a losing battle. Sometimes in this life, you have to sit down, assess the situation, and tell yourself, hey, I know I was wrong. I probably flecked this up, but at the same time, there is nothing I could do to fix this. Because if I'm being real with you, the way how you pose this scenario to us, because I still feeling like things not clear. The way how you pose this scenario to us, I am of the belief that you going was his wrongdoing. And he moving a type of way and the lack of love and the way all this had to get distant and things like that. And a man finding somebody new in 3 weeks never had no kind of love for you really and truly. In 3 weeks, you went by your aunt's house and come back and this man done with somebody else. Now you say 6 months too. No, she had no 2 children for him. She have no 2 children for him. The 2 children she have is with the old man. The good for nothing man. And Kern came into the picture while she was pregnant with his second child. She have no children for him. And they got together while she was still pregnant with the second child. Baby girl, leave. Ensure that you could take care of your 2 children and press. What has baffled me is, let's be in these scenarios and the want to stay doesn't make no sense, you know? But just because of history and you don't want to start over and this, that, and the third, let us stay there. Take care of your children and press, lover. I promise you, it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. Let me break this down as simple as possible. You have 2 children for an ex-man. he have no children for you. While you and him together for how much ever years, which I think was 4 years, he gets another person pregnant who is keeping the child. Where are you fitting into this equation now? Where only love that he... How love does only come back after they breed somebody else? How the love for you does only return post-breeding a new woman? I want the woman to answer me that. The love for you does be so strong after he breeds somebody else. Where the love was all the time? Where it was? He don't know what's going on. I can't do it without you, baby. I need you. This, that. Where that was? When it was in there. Raw. All I don't know, yes? All I don't know. Love and love. I know a girl end up in a predicament, something similar. Man breed, whoever else, whoever. She stay with the man. It's horn like that. You don't even know how much horn he getting right now. Oh God, hey, I just tell these fellas, they don't know these girls are never. These girls are not easy, no way. These men are not, these girls are not easy. You know? And I'm not giving she no wrong. You giving this man your all and he go and he breed somebody else? Alright, I go stay. Horn like that in your little ass. A relationship scenario you need advice on. Hey Daps. So my mind all over the place and I need some advice like ASAP. But I don't know ASAP is ASAP. You send this the 20th of August, but we go still line. So we'll call the guy Andy. Oh Andy. Me and Andy have been together for a year now. However, as of recently, due to some unfortunate circumstances that cannot be explained, we both decided to take a step back, but still have each other around. Lately, I've been feeling like his interest in me is decreasing. I mean, I did ask him in which he answered no, but his action says differently. Everything I had a problem about, something that he does and I bring it up, he makes it seem like I'm wrong for feeling that way, or when it doesn't make sense in his head, he doesn't bother to listen. I constantly feel as though I'm having to be proving myself to him, and honestly it's driving me crazy, and I'm slowly getting tired. He's a good person with a wonderful personality. However, at the moment, that is the only thing that's draining. He did have a very bad past experience, so maybe that could be the case. But then again, I also had a bad experience, so is that really an excuse? I don't know. I just need help. I know I'm not perfect, but at the same time, I don't like the feeling of having to be constantly proving yourself to him, especially when he invited me to be open about my feelings. Do you think I'm overthinking? It didn't provide much information here, lover. How Andy come a gaslighter? The women are insufferable. And I'm going to tell you why women are insufferable. There is this long-standing discussion that women operate based on feelings and emotions, and men operate on logics. What seems to always be the problem is neither party seems to consider the difference in how each other approaches scenarios and situations. Most times when there's an argument based on whatever scenario, the woman addresses it with how she feels. The man addresses it with, okay, well, this is that is that, well, we could fix this by doing that. And if that is the case, how is it that not once in that conversation, a woman could say, I understand that you might look at things this way, but I look at it this way because it make me feel this type of way. Acknowledgement. How is it that a man can say, okay, baby, my bad, I know this make you feel this type of way, I apologize, I was just doing so and so, so and so, I'll try for it not happen again. Done. Done. But no, you want to know if you're feeling, you're wrong for feeling that way. Look, I hate people who just feel like they're just right because of how they feel. Though that feel thing that's get me so mad, boy. Just because, yes, I am one of those men who look at things logically, but it's not just logic, I just look at things. When I consider things and consider your emotions, I would literally look at the scenario from a consideration standpoint. I could see how. What does annoy me is if I am the only person trying to see how. If I is the only person trying to see and understand and make sense of your feelings, when the hell it go be my turn? When? You feel like the man interest decreasing. You feel like the man interest decreasing, right? What you doing to keep his interest? Just asking him if it decreasing. What you doing in that relationship to keep the man interest? Oh, you're just supposed to exist. You're good pum. That should be enough. That should be enough, eh? You don't have to do nothing else but just be around to keep that man interest. We're doing. How often it surprise the man? I mean, even talking about no one view. What is his likes? What is his interest? How it has simple gifts that you randomly bring home, babe. I see this and I thought of you. When was the last time? They must get quiet, Kellen. They must get quiet. Them girls don't do nothing out here, you know. Them girls don't do nothing out here, you know. Them girls them feel just because they look good. A man go just and other here what's going on? Because you feel you look good and other man just be tracking you in your DMs, you don't have nothing else to do. Yeah, Wamj, I can't get banana bread. I can't get a random banana bread. Eh? Well, Celine, do nothing. I talked to her last week, about that already. I done vex already. I vex now. Don't do nothing. You know what I'm telling you, Celine? Don't do nothing. If you feel like you're going to do all that and get home, don't do nothing. I promise you, just don't do nothing. Just live your life with your pretty self and your big bottom and your good pum and don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Let me see who you're going and hold with that nothing you're doing. Let me see how long that must be single. It's nothing you're doing. Who you going to keep with that? All you don't actively date with intent, you know. All you do approach men intentionally and have conversations where all you fact checking certain things men hitting all you with and dating men with a sound mind to make sure everything he say he doing and making sure that he bringing things to the table and you bringing things to the table and all you coming together. No, that's not what it is, date. Me pay for our first date. Me do this. Me do that. Why do this for you for? I not even wife. Thy wife duties. That's the generation we living in now. Well, alright, Rochelle. If we don't deserve nothing, what all deserve? If we don't deserve nothing, what all deserve? So why all you to do from now on? Just live a life of penis and vagina and forget about everything else. Stop coming and asking men, what are we? Stop asking men, so what we doing? Stop asking men, so how long are you going to take to do this? No, forget all of that. Live all your life moving forward with penis and vagina, transactional, and that is it. Live a transactional life and forget about everything else now, boy. Or let's be stressing men for no reason, boy. All it doesn't even want half the things all let's be asking for, boy. Half the things all let's be pressuring man for, all you can't even begin to scratch the surface. You know, you talk to the people and them who married for years and years and years, and you ask them what it does be, what it does do. It has always come back to, well, we do everything together. We function as a team. If I notice she's slacking in this area, I can pick up the slack these times. We have a conversation, we find out what each other's like, what we do like to do, how it does move when you need space. All it does want to talk about nothing. All it doesn't talk about nothing. All it does want to skin all the vagina. That's all it does want to do. Skin all the vagina and hope for the best. That's all it does want to do. Well, they feel like all their pussy is the greatest thing in the face of the earth and they're supposed to just carry all their true life. All they don't want to talk about nothing. All they don't want to communicate with nobody. All they just want to open all their leg and butterflies supposed to come out of there. Glitter. I don't forget. I don't forget this young lady come here for advice. But I hope she was listening. I hope she was listening. Men is shit too, Celine. Men is shit too. You feel men is not shit? Why is it you always picking the shit, man? You feel like doesn't tell fellas when them only picking shit, gal? But it's all you're making things seem as though all you're doing the most and it's not working out. At some point in all your life, if you're not in a relationship, why are you doing all of that? The dumbest thing a woman has ever said is that. The dumbest thing a woman has ever said is that. If we're not in a relationship, why are you doing that? Most surely I form, right? There is a way to date. There is a way, Jay, I'll disrespect, yeah? There is a way to date properly with intent. And all of that does just come seemingly. When you're dating with intent and you're ensuring that what your standards are, you have it right there at all times. You don't settle for what this man not doing and this, that, and the third. When you're dating with intent, all of that does never be a problem. But all you're so accustomed to sex is real. That's all you're accustomed to. Sex is real, fully done, and them kind of thing, and the badness, and that's all you're accustomed to. A man say, as you talk to them, girl, about accountability. Hey. Alright. They say I getting too vexed. Carry it. Look at, oh Lord, our next relationship advice. Our next relationship. This week, the woman them going through it. No, well, Esther, when I speaking and I sound like I making it seem as though it's every woman I talking about, it's only because it's a majority I speaking to. There is a minority. Just like how not all men is shit, real men is shit, but there is a minority. That's the discussions we always having. So let me go. a relationship scenario you need advice on. Good night, Dappa and viewers. So let me start from the beginning. We'll call this man Jamal. Oh, Jamal. So on Valentine's this year, I didn't have a Valentine's because of the fact that the fella I was talking to before Jamal started getting controlling and aggressive. So I ended up busting that link. Around after 6 that day, I got bored and decided to go through my friend requests on Facebook and find a new bird to talk to. Wow. So I did. And boom, there was Jamal. A dark, tallish, kind of muscular fella with waves. And when I say waves, I mean proper waves, not troubled waters. My ideal type. So I said, let me accept the request and message. So I did. Oh, you slide. Yeah. I might see that as a red flag if a girl accept my friend request and message me one time, but carry on. Hey. Not even 10 minutes after, he replied, hey. And that was the start to my first heartbreak. Ogo. Me and Jamal exchanged numbers and started talking on WhatsApp, and we instantly clicked. Quickly went from text to calls until I asked him a night. So when you're coming to see me, you're real forward, baby girl, and I'm not sure if I like it as yet. So let we go. Now, mind you, Jamal living 15 minutes away from me. So as we both live in Point Fortin, Jamal say tomorrow, and it was set. If you see me the next day, I got up, got my son dressed for school, and waited. Hours passed, no message, no call from Jamal. So I thinking like this boy set me up. Mind you, my son in preschool. So it's after 1 now, and Jamal now messaging me to let me know that he didn't set me up. He was gonna get a mark before he come. I said, okay. Went and pick up my son from preschool. Came home, bathed again, waited. I told him when he reached outside to call and let me know, clean forgetting that my phone on do not disturb. I find it taking long, so I open my WhatsApp to call and sees a bunch of missed calls and messages from a random number because he gave his friend my number to tell me he was outside. We ended up spending the evening together, and he carried both me and my son for ice cream. Whoa, boy! But I rate all the fellas, boy. Not my story. Carried me and my son for ice cream. And all the women and all too adore it that neither. But we'll come back to that. First time I'm meeting you and your son in vehicle going out with, man. Boy, you look good. Later down, he started helping me with my son. Watching him if I had to work, if my baby... What, boy? I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. I will talk to all the young, all the will get... Oh! If I had to work and my babysitter wasn't available, and he would buy stuff for the child for school and stuff. Fast forward to a couple weeks later, Jamal and I saw each other almost every day because he worked nights at the time. One night we were on the phone, and I made a bad joke about him leaving work to come and see me. So said, so done. He came, and Dappa, you know when you now start linking with somebody and you still get the butterflies, and you're feeling nervous, the honeymoon stage. That night he came, and when I jumped into that car, he looked sexy as ever. I had now gotten off my period. They are hot like dog. So, went in the car now and lay on his chest. And backseat up. We talking for hours, and then it happened. Eye contact. I started melting like ice on that water. Before I knew it, kissing and choking start. Miss Lady down there was wet and dripping. We went from kissing to fingering, Me trying not to moan loud. Didn't get to finish because my son got up crying and we had to stop. But just when I say, when we did started having sex, it was great. Anyways, Jamla and I officially got together in April, but he recently started moving distant. It started off with small disappearing for hours. Hours turned to days with zero contact. And when he do come back online, his excuses wasn't making sense. I'm not one to really talk, but I'd love this man a lot. So I try to understand, but I'm also not one of the female that has ignored red flags and would stay in a situation where I'm being neglected or taken advantage of. I started to feel like because Jamal knew I loved him, that he felt like he could do me anything and I'll always be there. I broke up with him a couple of weeks ago. It was a very hard decision for me to make. But I talked about the problem over and over with him and zero change in results. So I had to do what was best for me because the situation was starting to mentally drain me because I still love him, I miss him. But I refuse to let my feelings cloud my judgment. And right now I'm crying and he's living his best life, partying. I don't know if you think I made the right choice in leaving and protect. Dog, you sent us in August. You sent us in August. You ain't even get a proper 6 months out of this man. You ain't even get a proper 6 months out of this one. Not a proper 6 you get. And now finish quarrel with them girls and them. And now Kellan mean forgetting. I comment to that. And now talk to these girls and them about dating with intent and all them kind of thing. How the frick the first night you meet a man, you and your child in his vehicle going somewhere, girl? But all you need to be real about the situation, so let's be putting on yourself in, but you don't know this man from a place, girl. This is the first time you're meeting this man. Why is your child in the car going somewhere with you? You don't know that man, girl. What chance you taking off of a Facebook conversation, boy? A man now get carry, meet some men them on the avenue who look like they was going and do a little bunta and go on to Maracas Beach thinking he going and bunta with some man and them fall asleep on the beach. I don't know if he get bunta when he fall asleep and they take he can't go on with it, boy, after the bunta probably, I know. What should this be going on? I just trying to again the extreme one time now, girl. Or let's be playing some kind of games. That I don't understand. And if you want to play them kind of games with your life. Don't carry your child on that kind of rendezvous. And from the story you're telling me here, it seemed as though that man was doing everything nice under the sun. That man was doing everything nice under the sun before the jam. Buying things for the child for school, staying online with the son thing and thing. No jamming pass yet. Why how this man in your place while you not in your place with your Sunday? Well, let's see my point. Well, let's see the point I was talking about before. You always make very irresponsible decisions. Based on all your feelings. That young lady, if you're on the live, you need to have better protection of your child. And this just go for male and female. I get with our brethren for that already. Me and he not good no more. But I get with him for that already. I pull up to your house, you not home, but a girl you randomly jamming and your daughter home. Under what, boy? Them things real annoy me, boy. I reach by you, you not home, a girl who you randomly jamming and your daughter alone home. But you're trying to piss dog wham. Let us see tonight, boy. Let us see tonight. Let us see tonight. I promise you. I ain't doing no more advice. No more advice I'm doing. Nah, I ain't taking no drink, child. I ain't taking no drink. We drinking water. I ain't drinking no. Oh, you send back that Kern story twice. You really wanted me to read that Kern story. Tell a story about a good for the thing man / woman. Lily. Tell a story about a good for nothing. I feel like dildo like man and a boy. Like it doesn't even make sense. I feel like dildo is a bola man. And I feel like he does get off by just getting attention. Like I feel like the attention seeking at this point screams raging bola man. Like I don't know. That the vibe I just be getting now, boy. Like it don't make no sense. One, for your name to be dildo. Two, I doesn't understand how you just come and do that like you want me to say something. Like you will feel nice about it now, boy. I not on boys. I'm gonna put out there. First things first. Right? I personally don't understand how man does like man. Now, another thing I want to touch on is I do understand, and what I just class this as men who don't know other men from a place, but bad talking the men that they don't know from a place. I just call that bola man thing. Me, anytime I hear a man say something about me, oh, fine, and he fixing him out to talk about me, and I don't know you from a place, and it's in a negative light, and the only thing you could see to do is talk negatively about me, I just consider you a bola man. Like I just, in my brain, I just be like, dog, he like boys. Instantly, you know. Anytime somebody talking about me and I don't know you from our place, and it's in a negative light, bola man thing. That's just me. I doesn't associate myself with them. I doesn't look for no small talk. Fish. Yeah, and you can't change my mind. You cannot change my mind. Bola man actions means there's a raging bola man by me. And I cool. You see, stop type now. You see the bola man stop type now. Tell a story about a good for nothing man / woman. Good night, DAPPA and viewers. I was in a relationship with this man for 3 years. We was going on good. He used to pay my rent, make sure I living good, eating good. Anything I ask this man for, I get. Hair do, nails do, the full works. I ended up getting pregnant for him, and he started to tell me that he don't want no child. Why I gonna do that? Like if That funny. That funny. That man asks you why you're gonna do that, and as if you went into a clinic and tell them push a baby inside of you. Nah, boy, that's crazy, man. Oh, boy. So I was confused. To me, we was going now. Hey, I need women to understand. Ola doesn't have these conversations with nobody. Well, if it because things going good when a child come into the mix, a man is randomly just going to want that child. But what? I was confused. To me, we was going on good. We had a good relationship. He was basically my protector in my eyes. So I think if we was good and we could have started a family, dog. What? Well, there again, me real vexed tonight, boy. Mind you, he has a 7-year-old son from what I thought was a previous relationship. Still went along with keeping the child because I was happy and of course. And even if people may think I was dumb and stupid for keeping it, I stand firm in my decision. Dappa, you know, as I almost ready to make my son, is to find out that he's still with the child. Oh, of course. To find out he's still with the child mother and she pregnant. I will, you see, tonight, I will trip off on all the women these days. So I was so shocked because he had that relationship so good. I had no clue he was still dealing with her. So I ended up giving birth, and as I make the child, he stopped paying the rent, and the landlord gave me an eviction note. I will blast all here tonight. The landlord ended up giving me an eviction notice. He come telling me that he can't pay no rent and mind no child. It's either he pay the rent and I see body child for myself, or I pay the rent, or go back by my father and he could help out with the child. That's why I didn't know how to feel. I now come out of the hospital. My child was a premature child and have to go through this. Having to go through this was one of the worst things I experienced in my life. Only at 21 years, I will end up having to go back by my father, and he still doesn't see about his child. Or only when he feels to, he will do something. But I found a job, working hard to see about myself and my child, because I tell myself I'm not running behind nobody to do their responsibilities. Now I'm able to find a place to rent on my own for me and my son, working hard to raise my son in a manner where he wouldn't have to put anybody's girl child what I've been through. His father does come around me with sexting when he ever do show up, but I promise myself I'll never bow. Come. Come closer. Come. You see glitter? You see glitter? And all the young ladies? You see pretty thing and all the young ladies? And all their eyes? It will write, hey, you see all the fast tail young ladies, right? Who wanna just gain a certain nice thing. Or let us feel like that is the world. How are you telling us that you was comfortable, so comfortable, that you didn't see the need to have a work because this man paying rent for you? What I want to find out is how the ass you end up in a place where you can't pay the rent in the first place. That's the first thing I want to know. That is the first thing I want to know. How you end up in an apartment that you couldn't pay for yourself and you was depending on that man to pay the rent. That's the first thing I want to know. Jobless, home, scratching your nanny. The same thing I was telling Celine them about. Do nothing. This is where doing nothing does get you. You understand what I'm showing you? This is where I like how everything tying together. I like how everything tying together. Girl after girl after girl showing all exactly how I start off this night. You know? Girl after girl showing all exactly how I start off this night. You know? All is so comfortable with doing nothing. Watch where doing nothing getting you. A man who will lead you, and leave you. Because tell me how. This man, I never think of my hair do, he paying it. When I think of my nails do, he paying, he's paying my rent. I live in real good here, and all I just do is give you vagina. Bossing. Bossing. I sure you was bossing. I sure you was in the girls group chat bossing. I sure about it. I sure you was. I 1000% sure you was in the girls group chat bossing about this man. Bossing. And how you just do nothing. I sure you was bossing about it. Boss now. Boss now. You ain't bossing again. Why it is all of this had to be taken through the ringer to understand how life is. Why all of this had to be taken through the ringer to actually... Now, I just always say, yeah, with experience, you just live and you learn and stuff like that. But you do have to experience things like that, boy, dog, boy. No, but Lily, there's a difference. If you could still... Watch that, right? You get pregnant, you realize you start to switch up. You decide to keep the child because you know you could. And what making things worse, this man tell you he didn't want no child, boy. But you tell yourself you're still going and take it. You're still going and go through with it. You understand what I'm showing you? Is a difference if you could be going through that. And if he switch up, you could still see about yourself. She could not. She had to start fresh. All good and well. You're doing your things, you're cutting your flick, and your man handling you right up. It have a fella on Twitter. Something boss, I think is his name on Twitter. Some kind of boss. I can't remember what it is, what kind of boss it is. Every time he posts something, it's something of upper level of financial freedom. And is always, not always, most of the times, that man has been showing all how he does be spending money on a girl. I think most recently he would have buy like some kind of salon-ish type thing for she. Like a beauty salon or facial something or pedicure something. And like he does mostly post what he does do for money bag. That is the fella. That is the fella. What's the difference in how that man does treat he woman, boy, dog, boy? What's the difference? And you could clearly see, never see the man before in my life, never see the girl before in my life, but I could promise all you from just how that man has been functioning, you could tell that young lady has her head on. He making sure and put his girl in place and function and thing and a thing. You understand? You cut your flicks properly now, girl. That is understand what girl and men. Now, let me show you a thing too, right? Let me show you that thing. Why not they gain money from these men? Why all you do? Why you do pour yourself in place when they collecting, boy? Pour yourself in place when they collecting too now, boy. All they just want to collect and rock back. Collect, but yes, boy, stack. All let's be taking these money, man, and doing madness at it, boy. Is that self-killer? Them feel them gonna collect money forever. Them feel they're gonna collect money forever. Alright. They want wig, weave, and drinks. Wig, weave, and drinks. Let me lie now, man. Let me lie. How you found out you were getting horn? Hi, Dappa. So, I was with this fella for a year and ended up getting pregnant for him. We was going on good. He was super supportive during the pregnancy, helped me with everything and made sure I was good. We gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. He helped with the late nights of baby girl getting up so that I could rest and so on. He was really there for me and I'll give him his props for that. Fast forward to 10 months after. I got a message from a female who he was with before me telling me that she's 30 weeks pregnant for him. Well, Dappa, my heart dropped in my stomach reading that message. Didn't even know what to say. Didn't respond. I called him immediately and showed up at his house. So I asking him what it's about. His head just down and he can't even look at me. He was like, yes, he knew all along she was pregnant, but he told her to throw it away and she... Hey, fellas, this is the greatest boy. Fellas, this is the greatest boy. If that girl had thrown with that child, that man would have been continuing blissfully in his relationship without a peep. Told her to throw it away and she said no. So I start to feel like she keep the child to spite him. Girl, you gotta be a... I start to feel like she kept the child to spite him. Because she probably not over the relationship between them. So I messaged her and asked if all three of us could meet up. We ended up meeting up. The girl belly big, and I see her and it confirmed it even more. I was asking her questions and she said that they were having sex all along from the start. Oh, come! Dappa, I was so pissed. I started offloading some lash on him. I started offloading some lash on him because I was so angry. This is so embarrassing and a form of betrayal for me. So I asked her, what is the purpose of her keeping it? Boy, all they gave me real vexed tonight, boy. All they gave me real vexed tonight, boy. I started asking her, what is the purpose of keeping the child? She said it's her body, her choice, but that part I know is a spiting with this girl. She ended up making a baby, and he, the deceitful mother, going in the hospital to visit it. How the man... Yeah. How the man mother reaching? Boy, hey, nah. He, the deceitful mother, going in the hospital to visit the girl and drop things for she. That and all hurt me so bad. I didn't want anything to do with that whole... Celine, you listening? You paying attention, Celine? You seeing what going on with these young ladies, Celine? These girl and them blaming gal and Celine. These do for nothing hoes. These little whores on them, boy. These little bitches. Hey. Yeah, what I telling you now, boy? Yeah, what I telling you now, boy? This girl said the man mother deceitful. She boy, the man mother deceitful for going to check she grandchild. For going to see she grandchild. She was the man mother deceitful in it. Hey. All your bitches have audacity, boy. All the little pissing tail girl and them does just say wherever the fleck coming out all them out, boy. Watch out, all you don't know all your blasted place now, boy. You feel you feel you the only child could make children here out here? Eh? And what funny about this? The villain in this is the man, eh? But look at how in the description of her story, we had to throw some punchy way. You vex with a girl for keeping a child? Where is the vexation for the man? You so kill you dead, she just trying to spite you and spite he and this, that, and the third. So just because You in the picture, she's supposed to throw with the child. Just offer you there currently. And on top of that, she could let you know that them bullying since you. Dog, I just always say the most deceitful men on the face of the earth is the men and them who just go and have sex while the girl pregnant with other women. I don't believe it have lower than that. I personally don't believe it have lower than that. You're low. You're low. Going and having sex with another woman while your girlfriend, wife, fiance, significant other is home, pregnant with your child, is one of the most deceitful things on the face of the earth, and you're low. On top of that, you were made aware that this is what this man was doing. It's not to say it's a one-off sexual experience, and even that and all his madness. It's not to say it's a one-off sexual experience. They have been bullying. They have been bullying. And you against the gal, you against mother for going and check she grandchild, when more than likely this fella, as good as deceitful as he is, was bullying both of all you. And she did say that was what was happening consistently together at the same time. Oh God, boy, these girls them need advice. These girls them need advice. A relationship scenario you need advice on. So I've been involved with this man for nearly 7 months. Although our acquaintance spans several years, he often claims that if my demeanor was less intimidating and he wasn't so apprehensive, we might have been together since our school days. Despite me having 2 children, he ensures that they lack for nothing. However, he is reluctant to define our situation and believes that his final contributions entitle him to certain privileges, including intimacy and household responsibilities, like making him meals, washing his clothes, etc. I have no issues with those things, but why not establish what we have? I've explained that our whatevership is not solely about money, as I was managing my responsibilities before he entered the picture. Nevertheless, he remains carefree, insisting that his spending grants him the right to demand meals and other services without consideration. Help, because I'm feeling as though I'm used for mainly sex, no dates, and no quality time. Celine! 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 Look! Hey, what going on now, Celine? Celine, look one here there, Celine. This girl here, she doing the most Celine. Look, she doing the most Celine. And not even in a relationship. Celine! Which part is Celine? Look, this girl here doing the most. She doing everything, Celine. And she not even in a relationship, Celine. Talk to she, Celine. Talk to these young Celine. Nah, boy, dog, boy. You have to be out your freaking mind. You have to be out your mind. You telling me, a man is telling you, I not put no title on this. I don't want no relationship. I not put no kind of label on what we is, but I just handle you. And I want some food day tomorrow, and girl, I need some food day. Thanks, right? Feeling for some sex tonight, baby girl, organize nothing, thing. Well, yeah, you are a prostitute. You know, I want you to know you're not against your will, eh? You're not against your will, eh? Because you're doing everything and he financing you. But I like the part where you say you have money in exchange for goods and services. You have been cutting your flick before him. You have been managing your responsibilities before he entered the picture. What he asked this man to come and really be doing in your life, and how you functioning like a duppy girl? Stand up. What really going on? All that man you like? Boy, don't piss me to frick off, eh? That man had the audacity to tell you because he is financially supporting you, you have to do everything he says? Not even your man. And I'm 1000% sure he bullying on that girls. Watch now. I could put my hand and block that man bullying on that girls. I so sure that man bullying on that girls. Not even a question about it. Anytime men talking to you like that and functioning like because them paying a bill and because they're doing this, you had to kiss the ground them walking on. Boy, them fellas bullying girls left, right, and center, boy. He tell himself you can't survive without his cash. And if you can't survive without my cash, I know for sure I could bully our girls comfortably. And I wouldn't tell you about it because that going on in the parara. But I going on bull girls. No dates, no quality time. You wait, just now. Let's now. Hold on. You's a maid? Nah. That's no. You's a maid. A maid who does provide sexual favors. Oh. How much them does go for these days? Where's the going rate? Where's the going rate for a maid these days? With sex. Where is the cash equivalent for a maid with sex these days? No dates, no quality time, nothing. Molly the maid. Boy. Somebody bought you working foreplay. Boy, hey, nah, boy. Nah. Ooh, good. Hey. I'm gonna get a little top up now. I like, we go lime a little bit tonight. A little bit tonight. We go lime a little late. A little bit tonight. The woman down 10,000 right now. Can you give me a baby? Warm Lily.
Cartel, come breed me. Cartel, come breed me. Cartel, come breed me. Cartel, come breed me.
Shadow Daps real getting on, boy. Gee. Shadow Daps. Oh. Yeah, South is love. South people is the greatest. I know cap, boy. Never really. Every era had a little whatever, but love South, boy. South does just feel like home, boy, dog, boy. I mean, even like the others. Well, I mean, I grew up South, but I've lived, functioned all over the place. Nothing like South people, boy. South people could literally function like Tobago people. Cause Tobago is love. Like, me even like to tell you. Tobago is a little expensive, but all kind of. I have real lip balm, like real different all over the house and lip balm and thing. Cause this is like the original. But it's like the creme brulee. I like this one more. But like South people could function like does function like Tobago people, because dog, the way how Tobago does be love, me ain't lying to tell you, boy, dog, boy. Tobago, it does feel that different kind of energy. And certain parts in South is the same thing. Just telling you. Lily, although cross Grand Bazaar, you know, I even expect you to find so, you know, although cross Grand Bazaar, although know about all the little country. Tell a story about a good for nothing man/woman. Good night, Dappa and the viewers. Just want to start off by firstly saying that I admire and respect you. Oh, but love in the house, boy. Love in the house. That's how we starting back here. Good night, Dappa and the viewers. Just want to start off by firstly saying that I admire and respect you, brother. Not just for the knowledge and life learning lessons on the show, but for your advocacy and encouraging youths and even the older ones to use protection and get tested. Mad love. Come on. Come on, love. Well, let's sprinkle some love there. Sprinkle some love for me there. Sprinkle some love there. Yeah, sprinkle it. Yeah. Now back to the story. A few months ago, I was going through a very dark time in my life as I suffer with depression and anxiety and I have a very hard time socializing with people due to traumatic experiences that I've once endured. I'm 26 years old and I'm currently studying to pursue my bachelor's in law and criminology, and I also work and have apartments that I rent. Nice. Trying to build myself and also pave a way for my future because I didn't have it easy growing up. And I try to plan ahead from now to put things in place so that if I ever have kids, they won't have to go through what I had to, breaking generational curses. At the point in time, I met a young lady who I was always friends with on Instagram, and we started talking for approximately 8 months. After small flirting and replying back to each other's stories, we'll call her Akila. Or Akila. Now, I'm not the type of fella to run down any woman or cross boundaries. I class myself of being very respectful and stand up at all times, and I thought I could have said the same for her, but boy was I wrong. 8 months, we speaking on the phone, never hassled her with messages saying I wanted to see her or anything. I was a gentleman. And well, I'm always kind of busy with class or work or taking care of the tenants when it's at minor issues because I work very hard. Fast forward now to 6 months after. My birthday was approaching and I didn't feel like staying home and moping this year. I was really feeling better mentally and I had someone in my life. My situation financially was getting much better and I was the head of my class and work. You know what we say, let's go. Nothing good lasts forever. Akila kept telling me that she herself was having a rough time at work, and even though she worked from home, I thought I'd carry her with me for my birthday to Mexico for. The way? Mexico dong DB. DB Mexico. I'd carry her to Mexico for us to celebrate and take her mind off of things, as I know how it feels to be going through it mentally, and honestly, I genuinely thought it would be a nice surprise for her. A few weeks before my birthday, she called me to come over to her home to talk, which was strange. I'd never been over to her place. I know she works from home and said she's always busy, so I never really wanted to intrude. After reaching by her place, I brought her flowers and her favorite food, gentleman vibes. As soon as she came to the door, Miss Lady was half naked. Took the flowers, smelled them, and thanked me. Much to my surprise, she invited me in. After sitting on the sofa, she started kissing me and pulled down my pants and was going to give me oral. And I stopped her and told her that I don't sleep with women until we are both tested. Who tell me to, brethren, boy, do I have a response for you. Well, who tell me to say that? She started to cuss me, took the flowers that I bought for her and destroyed it, took the food and threw it in the garbage, told me that she never wanted to see me again, and I honestly came to ask her to go to Mexico with me, and from there I was going to ask her to be my girlfriend. Little did I know that just by telling her I don't feel comfortable with sleeping with someone without getting tested, she'd react this way. She insulted me and told me to get out of her place, which I did immediately. A few days passed, never messaged and never called, but after a while I honestly felt bad because I didn't want her to get the impression that I was looking at her like she had something. I know you go. I would speak to you, brethren. I would speak to you, brethren. Because I didn't want her to feel like she had something, because that is not the way it was at all. I was simply trying to protect myself. A week after the falling out, I tried to figure out what I could have done to fix things with us. I tried calling her, and when she answered, I told her I wanted to meet up and talk, and we did. Surprisingly, it went well, and everything was fine, or so I thought. One night, I was out with my brethren. This was 1 week before my birthday, and I was drunk off my ass after 4 in the morning. Telling my soul there's how much I love my gal. Will I end up gal? Telling my soul there's how much I love my gal and to drop me off by her, only to see when they're pulling up by her, is another saddest car park up. So I sober up immediately because I want to know what really going on here. At the same time, I saying maybe that car come to the neighbors or somebody next to she, whoever. Walk up to the door, knocking, messaging she phone, calling, no answer. It's to see after somebody peeping me by the kitchen. Ah, boy. Knock one more time, and this MC finally answer me, telling me that she was sleeping, and she's sick, she not feeling well. Mind you, I talked to her before I was going out with my soldiers, and she was normal. So now I crashing out mentally, because what you really telling me, Gil? I say me wanna hear you right now, and move your little MC. When I walk in she room, I went in with my soul there. Is a man knock out on the bed, cold, sleeping. I just turn, watch she, laugh, shake my head, and walk off. My soldier wanted to wake him up with a ring. Hey, you have my kind of brethren. My soldier wanted to wake him up with a riggers, but I say forget that dog and we leave from inside. My brethren them now really rude because I drunk, and what I take long to see, them done see and asking me if I want to touch up status. I said, nah, he never do me nothing. My problem is now with he. We left, never called her or messaged her. She was ringing on my phone and crying. Come to find out, Akila had a man living home there all the time. And when he not there, and when she working, she just bring all kind of man there. That's why when I told her I wanted to get tested, she reacted like that. And the work from home she was talking about, she not working at place. Akila ain't work in years. I was truly hurt all over again and deeply depressed for some days. Thought I had built a bond with Akila and confided in her with my mental health stuff and struggled with. Never thought she would have done that to me. I was even helping her at times financially with the rent and grocery. Boy, I can't wait for this story to finish. When she realized I was done with her for good, she said that she would have men set me up and rob me. What? Akila, please. What madness? She texted me telling me things like, kill myself, the world will be better off without you. But prayers and good people is what got me. I love that you're still here with us, brother. Love that you're still here with us. I'm forever grateful because after a while it started to get to me, not gonna lie. My birthday came up and I ended up carrying my same brethren with me to Mexico. It was the best birthday. I was bowling down Mexico. I was bowling down Mexico. I was going to Mexico with a bucket of skins. Anyways. Daps, relax now, boy. A few weeks after the trip, I saw a video that my brethren forwarded to me. It was a young lady getting beat up by some females. Come to find out the young lady getting beat up was Akila. Apparently she slept with 2 of the girls' boyfriend and gave them an STD. Not like we slept together or anything, but she kissed me already, and hearing about it, immediately I went and get tested. It was negative. Oh, go, brethren. Fast forward now, I'm married 5 years to my childhood best friend, the same girl that was there on the trip for my birthday, and we have 2 beautiful kids together. That is what we're talking about, boy. You see the Lord? You see the Lord, boy? You see the Lord? You see my God, boy? But he will never fail you, boy, dog, boy. She's in nursing school and I've completed and graduated with my bachelor's in criminology, moving on to law. I've also even built another complex for apartments. But message me now, boy, please. I want to get into some financial stuff. And I'm dead serious too. I'm trying to get, if this is true, I'm really trying to get some. Yeah, I've even built another complex for apartments, and I must say I thank God for standing 10 toes with me, and I'm being firm on what I believe in. Never ever let someone, doesn't matter how much you like or love them, try to change your perspective on things that you believe and feel strongly about. Always put God first. W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Properly well written. Punctuations. You give me the story from top to bottom. We didn't feel like you leave out anything. We didn't feel like we needed to ask any questions. Proper story, brethren. Proper story. And I like how you give me the final ending to let me know how life going now. Look, Renel. Renel. It's not the first story good. It's not the first good story for the night, Renel. It is not the first good story for the night. You're saying that because them bitches and them living some unscrupulous lives. It wasn't the first good story for the night. It's just that the girls and them are nowadays living some kind of lives. You can't believe it. You can't believe it. I can't believe it. 371 are we inside and you can't believe it. These young ladies out here, and look again. Look, imagine how the one good. No. I tell at least 7 stories for the night. 6 of those stories were from women. Bitches, I just call them. Whores. Good for nothing, unscrupulous human beings. The one good story. Celine! Where's Celine? Where's Celine? Where's Celine? Where's Celine? Good night, Celine. Now, what I wanted to say though, whilst I admire your approach in the beginning, I just want to touch on this shortly. No, I am real glad you find your way. You have your wife now, this, that, and the third. But just for the other men who would be listening and could be in this scenario and space, right? Now, when you're dating with intent, you need to be vocal and communicate properly. Right? And I find this, me personally, I find like the way in which you were telling the story led Akila to believe that you're moving slow. Right? Now, why I say that she would find you moving slow is because when you're talking for months, you never ask the she, you never invite she to go nowhere, then do this, that, and the third, whatever. And she had to be the one to say, well, come and check me, this, that, and the third. So when she telling her, come and check me, she's saying, hey, this fella so good, he's talked to me so nice, he gonna get some pussy tonight. Now, the world that we live in, that level of speed is mostly welcomed by young men and young women. So she would have thought that you would be excited to be on that type of time. Now, what I applaud you for is mentioning, because you know how you are and how you stop, hey, I would prefer if before we engage into this activity, let both of we go and get tested now. Ting. And God-fearing, sensible, woman of standard, woman who sees herself as a pretty little flower would have respected you tenfold in that scenario. Because it would have been confusing where this coming from on our vibes, and you all probably would have sat there and had a conversation to where she would have been able to understand your beliefs, and then she now would have come on the scene and become to understand this is a good man. All right, let me do this. Mashing up your food, pelting the flowers you bring, this, that, and the third. That was the moment, young man, you were supposed to leave immediately. It wasn't supposed to have no going back to try and see again and make she a gal and this, that, and the third. No. You were supposed to leave. No, she had something. she had something. He get to find out later on she had something. But at the same time, I don't want to now. Funny enough, I know people and them who, so you're supposed to get tested every 6 months, and if you have sex today, it's not going to show up until 3 months down the line. So when you get tested, they does actually let you know any partners that you had within the past 3 months would not show up. So you need to come back 3 months from now if you know you're going to have multiple different sexual partners. And if you've had multiple different sexual partners, come back within 3 months. Because this test that you're going to take here is only a reflection of before those 3 months. I'm educating all here tonight, eh? You know you build on the place in the past 3 months. When you go to get that test, it is not going to be an accurate test. You might see negative, and in the next 3 months, chaos. If you know you had a very sketchy past 3 months, when you go to do that test, ensure you go back to get yourself tested. Right? On top of that, in all healthcare facilities, district healthcare facilities, and also emergency departments, it is free. You find out in which days the VCT clinic runs. Some clinics run every day in certain district facilities between a specific time. You can go any day during the week. Get your finger stick. It takes no more than 15 minutes. If you don't have 15 minutes to check your status, but you have 15 minutes to bull, you're living life the wrong way. Do that information as all you wish. Well, you're living some kind of sketchy life out here. That's all I gotta say. More life, more love. December the 6th, DAPPA Talks live show. We're gonna get this thing jiggy. We're gonna get this thing Olewa, greatest first jam before I go. Our greatest first jam 10 What we doing? One more? Let's see what's going on here. After dark? Just now. Yeah, let me see. Just now.
This right here's a penny dropper. This right here's a penny dropper. This right here's a baby maker. Can I sing my song? If you up in the club trying to get her up, then you need to tell the DJ to put this on.
All right. One more for the road. Tell a story about your greatest first jam experience. Lily, you know big tune. Good night, Dappa. It was the night before my birthday, and my best friend decided to carry me out to Lime because we never really went out much. So, alright, no problem. Now, mind you, I don't really do anything for my birthday, so it was none to dig a horrors about. Fast forward now to the birthday eve. Getting my hair fixed, getting ready. Something tell me, pop the question and ask she, how we reaching? So she tell me, don't worry, she have a driver. I say, alright. Nighttime come now and we waiting. We call now and he had a pass for his cousin. Finally come now. Side note, I never went out with the intentions of looking for a night jammer or anything. It was purely genuine just to go out with my bestie and enjoy ourselves. My face was always serious. So I finally what jump day? Oh, my face always serious. So me giving them attitude and going about my night like it was nothing too serious at the time, normal, you know. Later in the night now, we enjoying ourselves and I finally got to dance on him. After a while, my bestie and I walked outside to take a breather because men only trying the thing, you know, trying to get me number or go. And I just can't understand the word no. The driver now, the driver cousin now came behind us because being a tall gentleman himself, he saw and he helped mutually. Time to go home now. Sitting in the car, I can't remember how the conversation popped up, but the question came up and asked me if I was single. He doubted at first, but I told him, honestly, after being in a bad, unappreciative relationship, I told myself not to look for nothing from no one and just be me. Learn myself a little more now. Unexpectedly, things took a turn. Time passed and he asked a second time, "You really single?" Now, in himself, he telling himself how a pretty darky like me, quote unquote, single. But I being honest, I told him I really am and what my intentions were for that night and later on for me future wise. What was your intentions? Like he could not wait. Grab me by my throat, start to kiss me, so you know what that will lead to. Come to find out, the driver is his brethren slash brother. We paused to find out if we could do it in the car and he gave us the okay. In who car? While just now, in who car? Driving where? In who car? But what is going on? You asking a man if he could bowl in the backseat? Boy. It's a difference if you take my car and you bowl in my car without me knowing. You cannot come and ask me if he could bowl in my car. That is craziness. He gave us the okay. Dappa is the sweetest backseat jam we put down. Different positions, all kind of thing. He couldn't find his phone, nothing after. We didn't even keep track of the time. We had the whole car for ourselves. And me in shame, I literally asked him if this is how good jam does feel. The boy look at me and gave me a look. Fast forward, we went by him and continued. I cried happy tears, legs trembling, I don't know how to function. From this until this present day, we are together and happily engaged. From a backseat car jam. I didn't like his story. I'll just tell you that. I didn't like his story. His story was boring. Like, you're real just, you lead me on, dog. You lead me on. What all I want to hear? I'll give you one story. I'll give you one story. All I want to hear. I'm gonna get some suggestions. Nah, I thought I ain't getting all in no more. This is I ain't getting all in no more from thee. All I want to hear from me. Worst first, jam boy. From me? From me, boy? I don't know. In Tobago. Yeah, nah, I don't have them. I don't have no horn stories. Um, in Tobago, nah. I don't know about that. I remember a time though. I remember a time. I go on sound like I go on sound like a real asshole. It had it had BBM days, right? It had BBM days, right? And for those who remember, they used to have this thing called like somebody BC your pin or whatever, and you post out the pin and the people add my cousin or add whatever. So BBM days was probably one of the most thustiest eras that I could recall. And when I say thirsty, photography back then was probably the most horrible in terms of what used to pass for nudes in BBM days. The quality of photos was bare trash. I really trying to defend myself for this. I really trying to defend myself for this. But anyways, so do so now. Somebody add me. We started talking and thing. And BBM was probably one of the quickest ways you could have see if somebody dumped a jam or if they just add you under just small talk. BBM was them days. You get somebody randomly add you on BBM, you could pull a jam conversation in the same night and you would know. You post a little sex picture or sex status, so you post some kind of freaky thing in your status and girls in your chat. Cool. So get a contact from a girl admin BBM thing. We talking. Now she do have up a display picture. So the first thing I say was send me a picture. Now obviously she going and send a picture that she would consider to be one of she best or whatever, right? Cool. The picture look okay. As I say, you can't go off of much in BBM days. Now, get the picture, and I ain't even lying to tell you. I think I was free the day after. So I say, you know what, why not? Start to pull the smalls, ting. I get nudes. Now the nudes quality was even more horrible than the picture quality. So I said that is all another thing. She like, well, yeah, it dark by she right now. She ain't really feeling to put on the light to cut that flick right now. Another thing. If I want, I go see the rest tomorrow. Alright, cool. Yeah. Toasty. Yeah. That's alright. We going. Now, same time and now, I message my cousin who I get the number from, right? Where the pin from, right? Message my cousin. I said, oh, was you seen with this small little thing? He said, yeah. She good, man. I eat her food date and everything. I said, meanwhile, she pictures them looking too thing. He said, no, she thing, man. I eat her food, boom. So, I going off of the strength of he eat her food. So, well, yeah. Cool. Ting. I say, well, you could meet me, whatever. Ting. Now, I already mentally decide I'm not going far to meet you. baby girl was coming from, yeah, boy, we go come to that just now. Baby girl was coming from somewhere like, either like a Barataria or a Karipichaima or some kind of something like that. I was Princess Town. She was willing to meet me Princess Town because I wasn't going nowhere else. No. Actually, I met her Sando. I don't wanna lie. I met her Sando because she said she didn't really know how to reach to Princess Town. Yeah. That's how I go meet your Sando. Now, reach Sando, bunks up the young lady. And if the ground could have swallowed me, I wanted the ground to swallow me instantaneously. Now, mind you, we talk all that speed talk the night before. And the crash, this young lady crash, I could have mashed up my phone. Or even get more vexed too. I should have just sit down in the car. I can't trying to remember if or how the bunks up happen or whatever, why she ended up meeting me. Anyways. Because it was one of them, you tell me what color you have on, thing. Now, on the way to Princeton, I studying how I getting out of this. The space from where the taxi stand is to my home taxi stand is about a 2 minutes walking distance. I ain't even lying to tell you. First, I embarrassed. I walk in here and she here and I toes in it. I'm talking about toes. I walk in so. Toes. And she trying to, and I in my head I saying, boy, no, my cousin is the worst, boy. Toes. And she keeping up, Hey, jump in her car, thing, reach over my, boy, usually I might pass on, let my brother see, so, girls could, yeah. I walk straight in my room, straight, lock door, don't even see shit, don't see this one. I ain't looking for no pips here, don't even see this one. Lock the door tight, bro. So we take it on. She pulling smalls, rubbing up my leg and thing. And I say, you wanna play some cards? So she watching me like, cards? You bring me here to play cards? Yeah, you know how to play Rummy? No? I go teach you, don't worry yourself now. It's real easy to learn to play Rummy, man. We could catch a little thing here, there, so boom. Midway through that card playing, she started fiddle and fondle and thing. I wanted to turn down a little heads. Turn down some heads. Go through that girl. Let me see where you go. Let me see what you're going to come here with now. Let me see. Hey. You don't hear, you don't reach. And if you're so active, let me see where you're going to come here with now, boy. Top 2 worst heads of my life. I think that could be the number. I think that could be the worst. I think she could be the worst. Dog, I repressed this story for years. I don't talk about repress a story. I now remember why I had the girl name saved as, and I would not say it on this live because I know a little popular now and I'm not looking for that. Get slow. You have a dung pack. Watch now. I end up in the and what killing more of too? Baby girl done down to she twos, She done down to she twos. So, in my head, I say, that's how we're going on. How we going to do this here then now, boy? Look, I don't even want to kiss. But through the little fondle up and thing, the boss done little, a little active already now, boy. Thing, I get a little fondle up, flip it in a back shot one time. I don't want to see. And I get to work now, boy. Top worst, not top worst. It's not worst back shot than that. Top 2 worst back shot of my life. Barely any bottom. I can't even squeeze up proper cheeks. I just there and I saying, boy, oh God, boy. So in the mix now, I probably was about 2 minutes in. I hit the hole. That was the first time in my life. I fake a break, dog. It was the first time in my life. I swear to God. Yeah, you know what's going on there, and thing. You know, after that girl is still looking for round 2. She's liming. You warm. She liming. So, coincidentally, I get a phone call. Answer my phone. My mom's calling. She said, well, you cook a little rice, a little lentils, you go stew a little chicken and thing. I said, oh, true. Alright, cool. My mother called me to tell me to cook, eh? I get a phone call to cook, eh? When I come off that phone. Way. My mother called, she coming home there now and again. Nah, you gotta press the hill. I can't even drop her back in the tongue there. I had to organize some stuff here before she come back there too. So I go put in a car now. Thing. I by the road. The longest 5 minutes. But like taxi didn't want to pass, boy. The longest five. What make it even worse too? My uncle was upstairs. My uncle, I don't remember. My uncle see me to a hill, me to boy. A shame. Boy. I tell me. Like I had to no, because you know one thing you want your uncle them to see is the grades you're rolling with now, boy. Why my uncle let me go there. Yeah. Gosh, boy. Thing pushing a car. You got the money when you reach home now. Why, as that girl send home, delete, blocked. Dog, I call my cousin one time. I said, dog, boy, all them men go bowl anything, boy. Well, me too, because nah, boy. No, boy, that's boy, dog, boy. Way, boy, dog, boy, that's boy. I get with my cousin one time, but I said, boy, man, I don't want, boy. I end up on our way, mom. You do that on purpose? But all the fellas real wicked, boy. All the fellas real wicked. Nah, boy. No, I know that one was the only one Uncle C that he probably questioned what madness. The rest, but yeah, never again. I never tried to, nah lie. Did I? I was moving off I needed to see proper photographies. If I play now meet your first on BBM. Proper photographies. I wasn't playing for the for that. I wasn't playing for that top again. Oh gosh, Lily. Yeah, boy. One more. One more story. One more story and we go on. Ask Awi. Or look at ask anything too, we go lime a little bit. Buying some cards tomorrow. How much best jam let me talk here, boy? People, let's watch these things and I remember that time. Boy. We ain't gonna lie. Had a little birthday party, right? I ain't gonna say which part of the birthday party because people go pick up too easy. Had a little birthday party, thing. And I was already sexually involved with this person and they end up like lingering around, lying around, thing. Cause we was like real good now, boy. So party done, thing. And I done meds. Yeah, I could do with you tonight. Right? I could do with you tonight. So I say, boy, I brushed you one time. I said, what is it doing? You're going from me. Mind you, I had a hotel book that night. It was my birthday, thing. I had a hotel already booked. So it is we just seeing tonight and thing. No, while I going home. You mean you're going home with me? No, well, I had to drop this one and drop that one over. I said, I hear no you saying, no. But you gotta figure it out because I could do with being inside here tonight. That could be my gift. So how that working out and the thing? I said, as a matter of fact, I said, here what? I will give my brother my car and I go come with you. That's how I coming, eh? That's how I coming, eh? Mind you, everybody just lingering after party done, eh? I said, I go get my brother my car and I come with you. I go make sure you reach. I go make there. Do you feel like when I drop them and hit me the I too tired to come back up? I drink real Hennessy tonight, baby girl. Need it. We dropping who, where, what? Yeah, let me go now. Now, make all the drop-offs. Going back to the hotel now. Reach. Walk in, thing. As the door close, we all over each other. As the door close, we all over each other. That night and that session take bullying till morning to our next level. I talking about obviously start off on the bed. Licks like peas, positions like that thing from the bed. You know, it had the little small couches in the corner. Went in the corner there, start a function there. Thing is positions, heads, position, heads. I get heads, she get heads, positions, thing. From there now, pull the little curtain. We was up on about one of the 60-something floors. Hand on the... Now, if I have a video out here with me out here... Okay. Hand on the window. Licks. We watching now and seeing the pool. Licks. Pull back the thing now because we find like people must could see we licks again. Come back, go back on the bed. More licks. And we lie down there. Watch the time. It's minutes to 10 and checkout is in a checkout is in a fuel. Dog. And yeah, I'm telling you too. I drink real Hennessy that night. So you know thing. Looks like that. Me. I had one of them 1.5 Hennessy. I'll post a video. Drinking. I'll post a video drinking. Our boy, a real girl, boy. That to this day is one of my greatest sexual experiences ever. Ever. Feel like I make a phone call, boy. I'm gonna see whatever else I was asking here before I press. Yes, I see somebody ask if I ever had a girlfriend. Any advice I should have taken for myself? Nah. I always I can't really think of any advice that I didn't take. Yeah. I don't have anytime I've been given advice and it has been good advice, I always take it. But a girlfriend that had a problem with what I do, yes or no, I don't know how to phrase that, but now, how to put that, boy? It had instances where things would happen and it would be a problem, or for the basis of women and their feelings same way. And then it had also instances where people would make things an issue, and women live for taking people fire. So yes, it would have times in that relationship where somebody would mention something or make something an issue as to how they feel about something, and yes, it would trickle into the relationship. I can't deal with that though. Like, I'm always the person, you can't come at me for people problems. If you never had an issue with it before, don't bring it an issue now. That's how I just live my life. The things that we agree on and good with, and you know how I just function, don't let somebody else come and tell you how to feel. That don't fly by me. I can't live that kind of life at all. We good, we rocking. I tweet something, somebody letting you know why you should take that tweet serious. Hold up. It's not that kind of life, right? It's not that kind of relationship. I can't function like that. Outside of that, normal. And then too, I like to believe, which I am one of the most transparent persons on the face of the earth. When you think about what you see is what you get, it's literally that, because I'm vocal, not afraid to be vulnerable. It have moments where I just choose not to be, but I'm always willing to have the communication. Always willing to communicate, always willing to have the conversation. We could sit down and talk. It's not just DAPPA Talks just for kicks. We could sit down and talk. And once I find somebody that is willing to have the conversation, we will never break up. Never. Because this is me personally, the biggest thing that keeps our relationship going is communication. The willingness to have that communication also. Because some people feel as though they could just say what they want, however they want, and whenever they say what they say, that is it and that is all. That is not communicating. You have to be willing to be heard and understood as much as you have to listen and understand. So, yeah. I could never end up in a relationship with somebody who don't want to talk, dog. Like, I need to learn. I I need to learn you. I need to understand why this guy vex. What happened previously, or what were you exposed to in our past life that make you feel like what I do in here triggering you to the point of this level of vexation. Talk to me. Let we understand each other, and let me try to see how good I could help you understand that that wasn't my intent. It wasn't done maliciously. I didn't know that you experienced this in that light before. So I'll try my best not to make this an issue again. Tell them that, Lily. Tell them. Tell them. Hey, Lily, Ogom, relax now, boy. I mean, you might think that, Tanya, but sometimes too, men not exposed to that, Sometimes men not exposed to that. We were raised, I was raised, if I'm being honest, it's all there. I only recently started being more empathetic because I saw a need for it. I grew up without empathy. I grew up without how I was raised. I grew up without that kind of huggy and lovey-dovey talk, and I grew up under the you go to school, you learn, you just know that your parents love you based on how they provide. That's how I grew up. Me grew up with no kind of like this close-knit hug up and family and thing. But I want it. And I work towards it. And I refuse to end up in any situation that is not it. But it have fellas who grow up just like I grew up and see the need to remain as is. They don't see the need to, function any differently. So it's not to say grown men too grown to not be this. Some men literally was raised a certain way. Me, that tell yourself, boy, for what? And then you're coming into contact with women who closed off. You're coming into you're coming into contact with people who treating you all how and doing you what they want and don't have no accountability, and they're not vocal, and they just as closed off as you, and they have a set of issues that they never deal with. What they opening up? We're opening up for. We need to show a level of care for. No, Anna, was that Anna? No, Anna. In relation to empathy, I lack the ability. Well, I not anymore. It's not as good as it should be, but I lack the ability to feel for people. I lack the last time I ever cry or anything like that was, I can tell you, the last time I cried was 2021 because my dog died. It would probably be 2020. The time before that, don't recall. I hate to see people crying on TV. I hate to see people crying in real. I don't understand the emotion of crying. It makes no sense to me. Unless it's in relation to death and despair, I don't understand the concept of happy tears. I think I talked about this on here already. I don't understand the concept of happy tears. It makes no sense to me. Happy tears makes no sense to me. When you talk about men crying at the altar, that makes no sense to me. That is how much I lack empathy. I have never felt a kind of way that I feel the need to express this level of care for something, someone, some product, some situation. I don't understand it. I was never raised in that way. What I used to cry for? Licks. That is what I used to cry for. Licks. I never cry for nothing outside of licks. Never in this life I cry for. Well, once when my dog died. Anything outside of licks, I never cry in this life, boy. I never cry because I was feeling some type of way. I never cry because somebody do me something. Never. Licks. I never even cry for death. I'm not gonna put out. And I'm not saying it to say that I can't cry for that. It just never happened. Like, it just never happened. Licks, only way. I had to, that is who Miss Sweet Bake. I had to have that conversation because I was in that predicament already, and I had to have a conversation and apologize for my lack of comforting in that moment because I didn't know how to. I was never raised. I never experienced it. Even like my close family and friends and thing. There's no we, boy. There's no we. So I would try to do the whole comforting and the this and that and the third. But it's hard. It's real hard. And as I said, that is just how I was raised. What? Lily? I get so much licks that as I see the belt coming, I done crying. By the first belt, I done bawling. I bawling like I died. I bawling like I died. Me ain't even have time. As the belt coming, so as the belt in it, dog, that belt ain't even touch me yet, and I bawling on the legs. Boy, my mother used to beat me for everything, boy. I telling you, I get relics in this life. When you see she going outside with the knife and she come back in with too long. Oh, my mother had a whip plant. I don't know if you know about them kind of thing. My mother had a whip plant. Before the come on, before the belt touch me, before the whip touch me, I bawling. And it had time and thing too. I realize. My mother used to want to beat me till you cry. That's how she used to get licks. My mother beating you till you cry. Oh, don't come. I beaten up. I really beaten up. I'm telling you. Don't play. But at that time, I remember that time, my brother tell himself he too big, not crying. So my mother thinking, boy, breaking whip on him. And my boy so tra. And she cracking, blah blah. Both of you getting licks, eh? But I get the first crack. I done bowling on the place, eh? So my brother cha. All I hear was, so you're not crying? Boy, my mother let go whip and start to fist it out. I started cry for me and he know. Me not even getting licks. I didn't even get licks. But I find he getting too much licks. So I started crying for me and he know because you go home. You go kill him. Nah. Licks, boy. I envy all you who say they never get licks, yes? Blaze in my little ass. Plus two, I was a badass child, so it just turned out good because I had a praying mother, caring father. You know, life is life and we live in it. But all you, December the 6th, we live in Space Nightclub. Get your tickets on Island. Who need physical tickets? You can send my DM Depending on where you're living, tickets will be brought to you. We're going to organize for it to be delivered. Doors open 7 p.m. Showtime 8:30 p.m. Organize. More life, more love, more everything. This is real. This is raw.